Welcome back to our channel, soap fans. Today is a spectacularly dramatic day in the soap world, and we are absolutely buzzing with the latest, most explosive updates straight from the CBS studios. Buckle up, because the drama is about to reach a boiling point, and you won't want to miss a single second of this wild ride. The stilettos are hitting the Los Angeles tarmac. The storm clouds are gathering over the Spencer estate, and Katie Logan Spencer has absolutely no idea that a Category 5 hurricane is heading straight for her front door. The bitter, petty war for Will Spencer's heart has just escalated from a localized catfight into a full-blown, blood-spilling maternal bloodbath. The Bold and the Beautiful is about to deliver a shockwave of epic proportions, and the epicenter of this impending earthquake is none other than the fierce, unapologetic, and highly dangerous Darcy Dillon. Kelly Sullivan is officially making her highly anticipated debut as Darcy Dillon next week, and she is not coming to Los Angeles to play nice. She is coming to wage an absolute war. After weeks of being mercilessly bullied, cornered, and verbally eviscerated by both Will Spencer's vindictive ex-girlfriend and his ruthlessly overbearing mother, Melissa Dillon has finally reached her breaking point. She has picked up the phone. She has called in the ultimate backup. The cavalry is arriving, and the entire power structure of the Forrester, Logan, and Spencer dynasties is about to be shaken to its very core. To understand the sheer magnitude of the explosion that is about to rock Forrester Creations and Spencer Publications, we have to look at the relentless, suffocating pressure cooker that Melissa Dillon has been trapped inside. This is a young woman who has been fighting a multi-front war against the most powerful, entitled women in the city. On one side, you have Elektra Forrester, the scorned, furious ex-girlfriend who has decided to use her last name as a weapon of mass destruction. Elektra did not just politely ask Dillon to back off. She launched a vicious, corporate assault. Elektra marched right up to her former best friend, stared her dead in the eyes, and delivered a chilling, power-tripping threat. She pulled rank in the most arrogant way imaginable, declaring, "I am Elektra Forrester. If I wanted it, you're gone." Elektra dangled Dillon's livelihood, her paycheck, and her entire future over the edge of a cliff, fully expecting the young assistant to cower in terror. Elektra even went as far as delivering a stinging, humiliating slap across Dillon's face. It was a brutal display of Forrester privilege, designed to break Dillon's spirit and force her out of the building. But the corporate bullying from the Forrester princess was only the appetizer. The main course of Dillon's torment came directly from the Spencer matriarch herself. Katie Logan Spencer, armed with billions of dollars and an unbreakable superiority complex, kicked the doors of the beach house wide open to launch a merciless, venomous verbal assault. Katie did not just disapprove of Dillon. She sought to annihilate her character. She spat the name Melissa Dillon like it was a curse word, cornering the young woman and accusing her of being a calculated, manipulative gold digger. Katie went straight for the jugular, weaponizing Dillon's past fascination with Spencer magazines to paint her as a deranged social climber, a parasite desperately trying to attach herself to the Spencer family fortune. Katie stood in that beach house, radiating pure hostility, and demanded that Dillon pack her bags, leave her son alone, and crawl back to whatever gutter she came from. It was a vicious, unyielding attack from a mother who believes her wealth gives her the absolute right to dictate her adult son's love life. Faced with the combined, suffocating wrath of Elektra Forrester's corporate threats and Katie Spencer's billionaire intimidation tactics, Dillon finally snapped. She realized she was entirely outgunned in this high society warfare. She needed an equalizer. She needed someone who doesn't care about the Forrester legacy or the Spencer billions. She needed her mother. The moment Dillon dialed that number, crying out for help, the entire trajectory of this storyline shifted. On the other end of the line, Darcy Dillon smiled a dangerous, predatory smile and vowed to get to Los Angeles as soon as possible. However, we urgently need to pause and analyze the sheer, mind-boggling absurdity of Dillon's priorities, because the timing of this frantic phone call is nothing short of hilarious and deeply revealing. Let us take a long, hard look at the terrifying, life-threatening horrors that Melissa Dillon has endured since arriving in Los Angeles without ever once crying out for her mommy. Think back to the darkest, most traumatic nights of Dillon's life. This is a woman who is literally homeless, starving, and fighting for her survival on the unforgiving streets of Los Angeles. She was caught digging through the rotting, discarded food in the dumpster behind Il Giardino just to stay alive. She was sleeping in a freezing car, completely destitute and alone. Did she pick up a phone and beg her mother to rescue her from starvation and homelessness? Absolutely not. She toughed it out. She swallowed her pride and survived on her own grit. Now, let us escalate the danger to a lethal level. Think back to the horrifying, blood-chilling night on that dark, winding highway. Dillon was behind the wheel of a car when a psychotic, escaped fugitive darted into the road. The sickening thud, the screeching tires. Dillon literally ran over Luna Nozawa, leaving a dead body bleeding out on the cold asphalt. It was a catastrophic, life-altering vehicular manslaughter situation involving a known criminal. Did Dillon panic and call her mother to help her hide a body or hire a defense attorney? No. She kept her mouth shut and handled the trauma internally. Let us go even further into the realm of absolute terror. Dillon was held hostage at gunpoint by the very same psychotic Luna Nozawa. She stared straight down the barrel of a loaded weapon, her life hanging by a microscopic thread, facing imminent execution at the hands of a deranged killer. Did she use her one phone call to scream for her mother's help? Not a chance. But the very second Katie Logan Spencer uses a harsh, judgmental tone of voice and calls her a gold digger, the moment Electra Forrester threatens her receptionist job, code red. Ring the alarms. Bring in the maternal cavalry. The sheer absurdity of this logic is the most fascinating psychological tell in the entire show. It proves that the Dillon women do not fear starvation, they do not fear violent criminals, and they do not fear death itself. The only thing that truly terrifies and enrages the Dillon women is being outmaneuvered, insulted, and looked down upon by wealthy, entitled snobs. This bizarre priority system makes Darcy Dillon an incredibly unpredictable and highly dangerous wild card. With Kelly Sullivan stepping into the towering stilettos of Darcy Dillon, the audience is in for an absolute masterclass in daytime drama. Sullivan is a soap opera heavyweight, bringing a massive, Emmy-nominated pedigree to the CBS soundstages. Fans remember her electrifying, scene-stealing performances as the deeply complex Connie Falconeri on General Hospital and the fiercely protective Sage Warner on The Young and the Restless. Sullivan knows exactly how to deliver a lethal, venomous line of dialogue. She knows how to play a woman teetering on the edge of reason, a mother who will burn the entire world to the ground to protect her own blood. The impending showdown between Darcy Dillon and Katie Logan Spencer is going to be a cinematic, explosive collision of two unstoppable forces. We are predicting a massive, public confrontation that will leave the Spencer estate shaking on its foundation. Picture the scene. Katie is sitting in her luxurious office or standing in the pristine living room of the beach house, smugly believing she has successfully eradicated the Melissa Dillon problem. Suddenly, the doors fly open. Darcy Dillon marches into the room, bypassing security, radiating pure, unadulterated street fighter grit. Darcy is not going to be intimidated by Katie's designer clothes or her Spencer Publications security team. Darcy is going to march right up to Katie, get mere inches from her face, and unleash a verbal barrage that will leave the Logan sister entirely speechless. Katie will inevitably try to use her wealth, threatening police action, restraining orders, and corporate blacklisting. But Darcy will laugh right in her face. Darcy will make it explicitly clear that Katie's billions mean absolutely nothing to a mother who has nothing to lose. Darcy will threaten to tear Katie's pristine, carefully curated world apart piece by piece if she ever speaks to Dillon in that tone again. It will be the ultimate battle of the mama bears, and Katie is severely underestimating the feral ferocity of the woman standing across from her. But Darcy's path of destruction will not stop at the Spencer property line. Electra Forrester has a massive target painted squarely on her back. Darcy is going to find out that this entitled Forrester princess not only threatened her daughter's job, but actually had the audacity to slap Dylan across the face. Darcy is going to march straight into the executive offices of Forrester Creations, kicking open the glass doors and demanding an audience with Elektra. Imagine the sheer terror in Elektra's eyes when Darcy corners her in the design room. Darcy will deliver a chilling, bone-rattling warning to the Forrester heiress. She will look Elektra up and down and inform her that the Forrester name, the legacy, and the security guards will not protect her if she ever raises a hand to Dylan again. Darcy will strip away Elektra's corporate armor, reducing the powerful executive to a trembling amateur. The Forrester family is used to fighting polite, boardroom battles with contracts and press releases. They have absolutely no idea how to handle a woman who fights in the trenches. This explosive dynamic is sending massive shockwaves through the fandom, and everyone is asking the exact same question. Are we getting Major Flo and Shauna Fulton vibes from the Dylan women? The parallels are absolutely undeniable, and the historical context of this trope spells absolute disaster for the established families of Los Angeles. Think back to the chaos that ensued when the Fulton women invaded the city. They arrived as outsiders, grifters with a hunger for the elite lifestyle. Shauna Fulton immediately set her predatory sights on the most powerful man in town, sinking her claws deep into Ridge Forrester and nearly destroying his legendary marriage to Brooke Logan. Flo Fulton infiltrated the Spencer family, tangling Wyatt Spencer in a web of lies and deceit that nearly ruined his life. The Fulton women proved that outsiders with nothing to lose are the most dangerous threat to the Forrester, Logan, and Spencer empires. Are Darcy and Dylan the exact same threat, just repackaged in a new, deadlier form? Dylan has already successfully infiltrated the Spencer family by seducing Will and securing a spot in his bed. Now that Darcy is arriving, the grifter energy is palpable. Will Darcy take one look around the opulent boardrooms of Los Angeles and decide she wants a piece of the billionaire pie for herself? Will Darcy set her sights on the ultimate prize? Bill Spencer? Dollar Bill loves a dangerous, unpredictable woman who challenges his authority. If Darcy crosses paths with Bill, the sexual tension and fiery banter could ignite a brand new, catastrophic romance that would send Katie into a total psychological tailspin. Or perhaps Darcy will target Ridge Forrester, using her raw, unfiltered charm to distract the dressmaker from his current corporate headaches. The possibilities for destruction are endless, and the established matriarchs of Los Angeles should be locking their doors and hiding their husbands. Caught squarely in the crossfire of this impending maternal warfare is Will Spencer. Will just wanted to enjoy a fun, passionate rebound romance with a beautiful woman. He wanted to escape the heavy, suffocating pressure of his breakup with Elektra and lose himself in the steamy showers and uninhibited passion that Dylan provided. But now, his beach house is about to be transformed into ground zero for World War III. Will is going to have to watch helplessly as his fiercely protective, borderline tyrannical mother goes head-to-head with his new lover's equally vicious, unyielding mother. Will is going to be pulled in a million different directions, forced to choose between family loyalty and his intoxicating new romance. If Will tries to defend Dylan, Katie will view it as the ultimate betrayal, potentially severing his ties to the Spencer empire entirely. If he sides with Katie, he risks losing Dylan forever and facing the terrifying wrath of Darcy. Will Spencer is trapped in a no-win scenario, and the psychological toll of this conflict is going to push the young Spencer heir to his absolute breaking point. The stage is set. The battle lines have been drawn in permanent marker. Kelly Sullivan is bringing a hurricane of drama to the CBS canvas, and the fallout is going to permanently alter the landscape of the bold and the beautiful. Katie Logan Spencer thought she could easily squash a penniless assistant with a few harsh words and a display of billionaire dominance. Elektra Forrester thought she could bully her way back to the top of the social hierarchy with a single slap. They were both catastrophically wrong. They have awakened a sleeping beast, and Darcy Dylan is coming to collect her pound of flesh. Who survives this maternal bloodbath? Will Darcy completely destroy Katie, or is Dylan hiding a darker, more sinister secret? Drop your wildest theories below and subscribe now for the next explosive update.